Okay, so I'm really annoyed. Okay, like I'm extra frustrated right now because there is a particular person in my life that I do not understand. I do not understand at all. I am doing everything in my power to be there for this person, okay? And I just got told that I'm a Bible thumping hypocrite because I talk about prayer. I wasn't aware that if you say that you are praying for something or knowing that prayer is needed, because you're aware that you are not able to do crap on your own. Like, I'm very aware of the fact that I cannot handle this life on my own. Like, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I do everything in my power to make it through from moment to moment and day to day. And I am so freaking old right now, which is, I'm not really. Like, there are people who'd be like, you're a puppy, which, ew, reminds me of Shallon Lester right now, which, excuse me, I already knew that she was like, um, jumped to conclusions and made up her own mind about some things and exaggerated and, was likely an unreliable source. But I admit to watching her a couple years ago, I think, and thinking that, and I didn't watch very many videos, but the few videos that I watched were nothing compared to the videos that were shown by D'Angelo Wallace. So, D'Angelo, I appreciate you. I do. I do. And I'm just I'm just disgusted and horrified that I thought she was just an entertaining, bubbly, just a typical person that, wildly exaggerates and uses broad statements and is kind of ridiculous and over the top, but amusing and cute. No, 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 no. So anyway, I'm not going to refer to myself as a puppy anymore. That's so disturbing. But I'm young compared to a lot of people, but still I'm like freaking older than I want to be. and my life, I mean, by the time I was 33 years old, I really felt like I'd lived 99 years because there was just so much drama and trauma, and I kept trying to figure out how to just establish myself and create safety and security and stability. And I was just failing and failing and failing and failing and failing. So here I am, freaking 40 years old, and I have continued to. Oh, I am probably going to cry. Yeah, I can feel it. Okay, so I've continued to fail and fail and fail and fail. And the only thing besides, the generosity and compassion and beauty of human beings here and there throughout my life, the only thing that has kept me going is prayer and trusting that there is a loving, very misunderstood, mad genius God who gives a shit about me and you and everyone else, and that somehow when I pray, when I don't have any more to give or any ideas, or I've just completely run out of energy and capacity, that somehow things keep working out and I manage to stay alive, and sometimes beautiful, good things happen, and we get through the worst of the shit, and. So, yeah, I got accused of being a Bible thumping hypocrite. Personally, I've never thumped a Bible in my life. And I don't know where the hypocrite part comes in when I know that I need prayer just as much as everybody else does. And I don't ever, I mean, it's possible that I've made people uncomfortable at times by talking about praying, but I'm sorry, not sorry. Sometimes that's the only thing I have left to think of. Like, I don't know what else to do because the shit is too much and I don't know how to handle it, okay? So people can call me weak and delusional and, you know, whatever else they want to call me, but a hypocrite, because so the situation is that this particular person has an incredibly negative mindset and it's very self-sabotaging, and I want the best for this person. And I have had a very negative mindset and been discovering more and more just how self-sabotaging I've been. And I don't know what else to say or do to help this particular person, because I give my time and my energy and my words, which is really hard for me sometimes, and I love them and I want the best, and I know I say and too much. And I have expressed that prayer it's about me feeling anxious and stressed and not knowing how to deal. So I pray because that helps me through, regardless of what anybody believes about prayer or believes about God or believes about the Bible or hypocrites or people who are Bible thumping hypocrites. Like, my brain is overtaxed right now. You know, the crazy part is that's not even the worst that got said. The worst that got said reminds me yet again of Shal and Lester. So I need to use a walker, which is not my favorite in the entire world. And at times I've needed to use a wheelchair, and I have a cane. So I got accused, and this is not the first time this has been said, but so earlier today I was at Trader Joe's, and this incredibly beautiful, wonderful woman asked you have to stand out line forever, and I have a walker where I can sit on it because I cannot stand for long periods of time anymore, hardly at all, and it's really annoying actually, and I go on about how annoying it is for hours. But so I'm sitting on my walker chair and finally get up to the head of the line, and the lovely lady that has the bottles of hand sanitizer says to the two gentlemen in front of me, would you guys, she said something, and they were like, oh, no problem, and they moved aside. So I got the cue that it was my turn, even though I wasn't at the head of the queue, the line, right? And I was on the phone with this particular person, and they said, after I said, oh, thank you so much, and the lady said, how you doing today? And I said, I'm hanging in there. I'm doing all right today, thank you. And, she's like, you keep hanging in there, I don't even remember. She was a sweetheart. And so I go in to Trader Joe's, and the person on the phone says, it must be nice to get that sympathy. And I'm like, it was compassion. But yes, it's very nice to receive compassion. I believe that all of us need more of it. And little comments like that have been made. But so then here we are, like an hour and a half later, and all of a sudden, I'm being accused. My mind is blown. So I get told that I'm rolling around in a walker and a wheelchair, just taking advantage of people all the time. How? How am I taking advantage? When have I taken advantage? I gotta tell you, I grew up with a particularly powerful and manipulative person that was an adult for a good chunk of my childhood. And I saw elements of manipulation and taking advantage. And I did, and who knows what that person's background was that caused them to feel the need to be that way. But regardless, I chose very consciously, especially I remember at 15 being like, I am not going to take advantage of people. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I do not manipulate and take advantage, especially because people have found me attractive, and there is that when you're pretty, you can get away with more things. It's disgusting. I don't like it. I wish it could be done away with, but until we're all a heck of a lot more aware as a collective, it's going to continue being that way. So I have literally actively ensured that I do not get too much more out of life just because people find me attractive. So here I am, the last 4 years, really physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, but especially physically struggling, doing everything I can to work through things so that I can still function and take care of myself and not take advantage. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I wish I could talk to somebody about this, like the red-haired lady in England. I don't remember your name right now. Oh, I so hate that I cry when I get mad. It's so annoying. I am weak in a lot of ways, okay? But I'm also a badass, and I'm really strong, and I'm capable. So don't you be thinking that because I'm crying, because I'm pissed off, that somehow makes me some sort of pathetic creature. Anyway, there's this beautiful, I think her name is Jessica something something. She has a dash in her last name too, I think. That's why they've been calling me Dory, because my memory, but it's getting better. Anyway, Jessica something something. She has a lot of physical challenges, and she's beautiful and intelligent and funny, super funny. And she's lesbian, and I like her. I would love to have a conversation with her. And then because of the whole thought of Shall and Lester or whatever, I'm thinking of, Selena Gomez, and I would love to have a conversation with you, honestly, like about what it's like, the differences between when people view you as healthy and whole and when they view you as unhealthy, but you're still pretty and or powerful in certain ways. And so therefore you must be faking it to some degree or taking advantage. Like, so if you don't obviously look like you have a challenge, then you're just making it up, Like, why? Why would I want to? And I get it that there are certain people that do this, and I've never understood it, okay? But yeah, like why would I choose to roll around in a walker and a wheelchair? It's not like I'm actually getting anything out of it. Like, I never really liked attention anyway. I've had to work my whole life to be okay with the attention that I've received, to be comfortable in having communication with strangers and even friends with the amount of attention that I received. Oh, excuse me, I'm a belchy beast. Oh, pain. Pain. No, but I'm exaggerating the amount of pain because it makes me look like a victim. It makes people feel sorry for me and give me sympathy. So give me a fucking break. Like, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for this anymore, you guys. I'm just, this same person is absolutely determined that because I'm not full on gay, that I'm not even pansexual and I'm just completely straight, and that I just don't even know if I can talk to them anymore. I love so much, but like honestly, and the really ironic part is that every conversation, I mean, I have needs and I have desires but most of our conversations are because I'm being asked for assistance in some way. Like, I'm being asked to help this person and be there for them, whether they don't say that, but like I'm being asked to emotionally support this person on a regular basis, but then they turn around and treat me like I have it so easy because I'm white. That's definitely been a part of the topic. Because I'm not full on gay. Because I have disabilities that apparently I'm just faking for attention and taking advantage of people. And I'm like, well, so what am I getting out of this relationship? Like, I can only give and give and give and give and give so much. And the really ironic part is the whole conversation, I was trying to not just help with like, emotions and stuff, but also like a physical reality of a challenge that they're up against, where I'm trying to think, okay, so do I have enough money to be able to travel, to be able to pick up a vehicle and make sure that it gets taken care of while this person is in a program for a few months, so that they don't get taken advantage of by the other people around in their life that they're very concerned they're going to be taken advantage of. I don't want to spend my money and or theirs to travel and go pick up the car and take care of it. I'm not in the mood. That's not really going to be helpful for me. Like, How am I taking advantage? I'm so mad. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. I'm so angry that this is where we're at in the world. That because I say, I hope that you can work through your negative mindsets, and I pray that everything will work out okay, I'm called a Bible thumping hypocrite. As if I don't have any problems, as if I don't have any negative mindsets. I do have negative mindsets. I work on it every day, all the time. I'm a mess. And then I roll around all day just taking advantage of people. Yeah. You know, the really ironic part is that that's the reason why I'm so freaking poor and actually need the walker and the wheelchair is because I never took advantage of any of the situations and circumstances that I was in. Like, there were times that I could have had half the property, or I could have sued a hospital for treating me wrongly, and I really had a case. I could have, there's so many situations in which I could have, you know, and so many times where people were willing to give me money, like I can't even tell you. And I turned it all down because I was obsessed with making sure that I wouldn't take advantage of people. And now I'm screwed. And I'm doing everything I can to be okay and to get through and to continue to not take advantage of people. And that's what I get accused of because I'm trying to help this person. I just... I finally understand the whole, I cannot even anything with this. Like, I bang my head against the wall. I gotta find a way to have boundaries, man. Like, I gotta find a way to stop answering the phone, stop getting sucked into, like, when they're feeling all sad and negative and depressed and they need someone and, you know, please, you're the only person that I have, blah, blah, blah. What am I supposed to do? You know, da, 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 da. Like, I care way too much for my own good. Like, this is literally not being good for me. Like, not. And there's been so many benefits to being in a relationship with this person. I love them so much. And they're so brilliant and creative and beautiful and capable and challenged massively. But, like, it's really hard to let go. But this is the kind of, this is what I get out of it, is being accused of rolling around and taking advantage of people. And when somebody is kind and compassionate to me, you know, oh, it must be really nice to get all that sympathy. Like, actually, I don't even like sympathy. I mean, sympathy is okay sometimes, but I like compassion and depth and honesty. And I gotta calm down. The good news is that I made it through my day and I have a roof over my head. And I am very grateful for the people that have gifted me with this, that I did not take advantage of. I told the flat out truth. I didn't even tell the whole truth. I didn't even tell, you know, the extent of the realities of the circumstance that I was in, and I still got taken care of. So I definitely wasn't taking advantage. I wasn't making it more or worse than what it really was. That's for damn sure. But anyway, I have food and I'm grateful. And I'm going to go eat some right now. And I'm going to try to breathe. Excuse me, and continue my horrible belching. And maybe journal a little bit. And it's going to be okay, you know? Like, it's going to be okay, you know? It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Not everybody sees life through that lens. And I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. So, and you know, people can call me a Bible thumping hypocrite if they want to, but I do pray that they're going to be okay too. And because I'm not there. And even when I was there, I couldn't really do anything, really, that was truly helpful. So, you know, believe in God or don't believe in God. Believe that anybody and everybody who talks about prayer is a Bible thumping hypocrite. But that's all I have left to me is to try to take care of myself and pray for other people that I can do nothing for. I can do nothing. I can't even have a conversation with them and end up having it turn out helpful. So prayer is my only recourse. So if that makes me a Bible thumping hypocrite, then so fucking be it. Like, I will thump that Bible and hypocrite it up. Just like, fuck this world. Honestly, it's repulsive.